everyone, and welcome to this evening's edition of the AOBA Scholarship Program Reception. My name is Brenda Mitchell, and I'm the Executive Director of Institutional Advancement here at Prince George's Community College. And just in case you're wondering what AOBA stands for is the acronym for the Apartment and Office Building Association of the Metropolitan Area. Once again, welcome. This year marks the 20th anniversary of our partnership with AOBA, and we are very pleased to communicate with the audience the importance of this organization, as well as to provide for you opportunities to hear straight from our students and our donors as to what were they thinking 20 years ago when they began this journey with AOBA. The program has been immeasurable, and the organization's contributions to the college total nearly $1 million to date. So we are very pleased with our relationship with AOBA, and we look forward to many years of continued relationships with AOBA. In recognition of their support, I should mention that AOBA will also be honored by the Prince George's Community College Foundation at this year's Partners for Success Awards dinner on October 19th, 2016 at the Gaylord National Harbor. So we're hoping that many of you can attend that. Tonight we will have the opportunity to listen in on a conversation between current AOBA students, AOBA graduates, and two of the founding supporters of the program. And I'll go ahead and introduce our esteemed panel right now, and then I will bring up the moderator for this evening's program. To my far right and to the audience's left, we have Mr. David Hillman, the founder and CEO of Southern Management Corporation, which is the largest real estate management firm in the region. Next, we have Messiah Nelson, next to Mr. Hillman. She is a current AOBA student and carrying a 3.6 grade point average and majoring in biology. Third, next to Messiah, is Tawan Perry. Tawan is an AOBA alum. He is an internationally known speaker and award-winning author of over 10 books, and in 2008, he was named one of Prince George's Community College's Fabulous 50 alumni. He is a graduate of Prince George's Community College, Morgan State University, and the University of Massachusetts Amherst. Our fourth panelist is Teal Nathan, a proud AOBA alum who received her associate's degree from Prince George's Community College and has moved on to attend Trinity University in pursuit of a degree in political science. Our fifth panelist is Aisha Reed. Aisha is an AOBA alum and a 2015 graduate of Bowie State University. She is currently employed by Impact DC and is an asthma educator and clinical research assistant there. And last but certainly not least, we have Mr. Rich Sokol. Right here to my right, Mr. Sokol is a member of the Prince George's Community College Foundation Board. He is also an active member of AOBA and works tirelessly on the scholarship committee each year, personally interviews the students, personally ensures that AOBA members are informed. Rich is really the sort of the conduit really that makes AOBA and the college work so well together. So everyone, would you please give our panelists a hand? The moderator for this evening's discussion is none other than Ms. Crystal Smith. She is the Interim Director of Retention Services and the Manager of Student Success Programs here at Prince George's Community College. In addition to our donors who make the program possible, Crystal and her team are the reason AOBA works. AOBA is one of Prince George's Community College's longest running and most successful programs. So without further delay, let's all welcome Crystal to the podium.
Thank you, Brenda, for those kind words. And so we're going to jump right in and begin with questions. And our first question is for Mr. David Hillman. Mr. Hillman, it is our understanding that the idea for the scholarship program came from you. can you please tell us what you were thinking 20 years ago when you envisioned the AOBA Scholarship Program?
I was thinking that our industry has a lot of to do in the community, and no one really likes to pay rent, so we're not everyone's favorite business, and we really needed to do something positive in the community that would make an impact that was lasting, and we feel that education is something, it's a gift that's given to special people, and it's theirs to do what they want with, and this program has come up with a lot of students that have done great things, so it's a program we're all proud of.
Thank you. Thank you for the vision. All right, our next question is for Mr. Rich Sokol. How do you translate your personal connection to the mission of the AOBA Scholarship Program into your participation in the programs and its participants?
Well, I think the mission, basically, from my take on it, was to help people, move forward in life, be successful. I've been excited about working with the program, working with the students, and got a great group of students here right now. And it's been just a really wonderful time. So, it's just all worked together. It's just helped me in my business, and it's helped me with, with the school as well.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, this next question is actually going to be for all of the alumni of the program. So this is going to be one question, and if you all can each answer the question, we'll begin with Messiah. So the question is, think back to your interview with the AOBA Scholarship Committee. What was going on through your mind during the interview?
Well, when I first got there, Miss Crystal Smith, she was in the room with me, and then I walked in and I was so surprised that there was 12 people on the panel. I'm not sure if it was 12, but it was a lot of people. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to talk in front of all these people. And I had sat at the head of the table, and then I was asked questions, and then I tried to answer them as best as I could because I was so nervous. So yeah, that was what's going through my head. I was just really nervous, but I was excited too because I was like, well, this is an opportunity that hopefully I'll get. Like, I was really hoping that I would get it. And I felt like everyone liked what I was saying, and then they vibed with my personality as well as vibing with theirs. So.
Great, thank you. Tawan.
I would have to say a genuine excitement, because I knew it would open up a lot of doors for me that at the time I didn't have access to. It's one thing to just give you money and say go off to college. It's quite another to be presented with so many other opportunities. So I knew that my life would possibly change. And so with the time I got on scholarship till now, I can certainly attest to that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Teal.
I would definitely say uncertainty. I was very unsure if I had what it took to complete the process and take the interview. And when I came around the corner and seen all the individuals in the room, I was nervous as well. But during the interview process, I just felt that they all were just asking me about myself and who I was, and about my future and where I see myself and how could they help. And that's really what I could hear them asking me, and kind of answering those questions and just kind of getting in the flow of things. And it eventually did turn into excitement, especially when I received the "You are an AOBA recipient." I was really excited. So.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Aisha.
So upon initial walking into the room, I was quite nervous, taken back that there were so many people in the room. So I definitely had to collect myself and kind of get myself together. But one thing coming into the interview and having people ask you the questions, you can definitely understand that they care about your well-being and want to see you succeed. So it was a comfort to know that these panel of people who were asking these questions about where I wanted to go with my future definitely cared. So genuine excitement.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to go to individual questions. I'm going to start with Messiah. So this question is for you. What one thing did you learn from each of the AOBA components, internship, mentoring, job shadowing, that has really strengthened your success? And what insights have you gained about your talents and your strengths after having completed the AOBA process?
Well, I feel like the job shadowing actually showed me how to conduct myself in the workplace, and also the different types of people that are in the workplace. And Mr. Hillman, like, he knew everyone's name, which was so amazing to me. I was so surprised. I was like, wow, he knows everybody's name. Like, I've never met a boss that's like that personable. So I thought that was really cool. And then with the mentoring, we didn't really get to do a lot of it because they were very busy with work, which was understandable. But like, just talking to them and seeing their side of things, and like, I know Lakeisha Ford, she was actually one of the AOBA students, and she works for AOBA now. And she, she gave us a lot of things that were very important. Like, she said that she was nervous just like us during the interview, and that now that she works for AOBA, she enjoys it a lot. And then she also told us that while she was going to school, she was working, and so am I, and I could relate to her about that. So it was really cool to have somebody that you can actually relate to. That's really important. Also, like, with the community service project that we actually did, it was really cool to like actually get into the community and actually help, because that's our purpose, really, like, to help others. And I'm very passionate about that, because I actually want to be a neurologist, and I love helping people. So yeah, it was like very nice. I've done community service projects before, but that was really cool to like actually go. We went to the Ronald McDonald House, and it was really, really cool. Like, we made to-go bags for them, and like the people spoke to us when we came in, like the residents that were there, they were like, thank you so much, thank you so much. Like, it was really nice. As far as how it's helped me, like, with my talents, it's actually helped me become more determined and to become less, I guess, what's the word? Lazy? I mean, I'm trying to look for another word, but less lazy, because I know that I have to meet certain expectations with the scholarship, so it pushes me to actually do better and actually want to be at the top. Like, I want to have all A's, like, just so that I can have that 4.0, and also with helping with the community. Like, I'm going to try to do more service projects outside of the scholarship and stuff like that. So it just really helped me, like, tune in with myself, like, that I'm not in high school anymore, because that was my first year going into college. Like, I'm not in high school. This is, real life, and you have to get serious. So.
Thank you, Messiah. It's really great to know and to see the impact that AOBA has had on you. So thank you. Our next question is for Teal. Looking back, how did the AOBA Scholarship Program help with your preparation for college and the workforce?
The AOBA program helped me in a lot of ways in college and the workforce. In college, it helped me to focus as well, and just to be more determined to finish. It definitely helped me financially, but upon receiving the scholarship, it really did something to my heart, to know that someone else believed in me outside of myself and outside of my family. And it just really drove me to a point that I didn't know I could go. And it encouraged me, and it helped me to encourage others as well. After I received the scholarship, I was just so excited to do everything and anything I could do. And it just really moved me in a lot of ways. And as well as in the workforce, it transpired, my work ethic transpired from school to work as well. I was just excited to just do and work and put my hands to do good things. And it worked out well. Everyone seen the change. Everyone noticed that there was something different, and I was just excited to share all the things that had happened to me since receiving it. So, definitely.
Thank you. All right. The next question is for Tawan. What is one piece of advice you would give to the current AOBA students concerning their academic career?
There's an African proverb that says, it takes a village to raise a child, right? So if that's translated at an institution, it takes an institution to graduate a student, but it takes that student to demand it of the institution. And by demanding, I mean by taking advantage of the resources that are out there for you. One of my biggest struggles and Janice can probably tell you this, was math. But one of the things by her being the coordinator is that you have to now go to tutoring. We cannot afford you to not do well in this particular academic area. And so in the case of taking advantage of resources, whatever is presented to you, take advantage of it. Because if you're not paying for it, you know, someone else is paying for it. So why not? So take advantage of your resources. That's my piece of advice. It'll take you very, very far.
Thank you. The next question is for Rich Sokol. What is one piece of advice you would give to the current AOBA students or AOBA alumni concerning maneuvering within the workforce?
I think that people have to be passionate. They have to have a goal. You have to say, this is what I want to do. And you can't be afraid to ask questions. And I think that at the end of the day, those people who strive and work very, very hard towards reaching their goal are going to be those people that succeed. Because there aren't a real whole lot of them. You know, at the end of the day, I think that there are a lot of people that just go to work every day. And, you know, I think that one of the things that we were trying to talk about here is, you know, find that thing that drives you, whatever that is. It can be money, it can be having a good life, having a great family life, whatever it is. Find out what drives you and go for it and don't quit. That was what I'd say.
Thank you. Great advice.
Sure.
All right, the last question is for Aisha. How have you evolved as an individual since leaving Prince George's Community College and the program?
So, great question. I've definitely evolved on a broader scheme beyond what I could expect or what I thought I had in store for myself. Upon leaving Prince George's Community College, I was able to go to Bowie State University on scholarship for my 2 years that I was there. I was able to study abroad, participate in activities on campus, so just that immense understanding of people, the people that I'm around, understanding different cultures, and just interacting with people was definitely how I grew as a person. Another thing that I did do was take advantage of the resources and open my mouth and speak up about different things, about whether it be help with an academic assignment, whether it be help with resources and things like that.
Well, thank you. Thank you to everyone on the panel. At this time, we will be taking a few follow-up questions from our audience. If you have a question, please proceed to the microphone to my left. Don't be shy. All right, thank you. Please, when you come up, if you can please give us your name, what your role is here at the college, and then the question.
Hi, my name is Sam Parker. I'm the incoming chair of the Board of Trustees. This is for the question for the alumni. You know, the saying, for those who are much is given, much you must give to other folks. Have you had the opportunity to mentor or share what you've learned with other people, as opposed to you individually benefiting? So how have you dealt with that?
And we can start with Messiah. I know.
Oh.
Well, I was thinking more of those who have graduated and have gone on.
Mr. Perry.
On with me now.
Yes.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, you know, to be honest, my whole life is about that. Whenever I get on stage, I get a chance to share a message that really impacts people in a way that lets them know that they can do anything. Away from the stage, obviously family and friends, but I'm always asked by different students, can you tell me how you got to this place of success? Now, I can't always spend the kind of time I want to because I'm always busy, but I do try to answer emails, answer phone calls and things like that, and really try to give them the information that I would have wanted at that particular stage of my development. So I really do try to give back where I can.
Thank you, too.
Yes, now having received my bachelor's degree in political science, I definitely have encouraged others along the way to continue on, start what you finish. And it's definitely been a long time coming, but I'm so glad that I received it. And being part of the community and working in that aspect, I definitely do a lot in my church, Victory in Jesus Holy Church. We have a lot of opportunities there to give back to the community, and I take every opportunity there to do so. As I learned in the AOBA program, we did community service as part of the scholarship program, and it was very rewarding. It was very fun. I had an opportunity to bond with students that I may have never spoke to or had an opportunity to meet, as well as serving the community. So I've been giving back ever since, and I've enjoyed it.
Thank you, too. Aisha, did you want to share?
Sure. So I've definitely taken that leg up and gone back and went into my community. Right now I'm working for Impact DC. So we're in DC educating anywhere from a child from age 2 up to 22 about how to care for their asthma, how to bridge that gap when coming to the emergency room, and the necessity to go back to your primary care and make sure that you're keeping up with appointments and learning about your medications and things like that. As far as academics, I definitely take any opportunity if someone asks a question, whether it be about financial aid, academic scholarships, a class, what teacher to take. I'm definitely that go-to person to try to find an answer to that question. If I don't know, I can definitely connect you with someone who does know. So I do take pride in that, like trying to help the person behind me and kind of pulling up everybody with me, because I want to make sure that everyone succeeds on a broader level.
Thank you. Anyone else? Question? No? Okay. Well, thank you so much. At this time, we will conclude our discussion. Join me in extending thanks once again to our panel members.
Good evening. I'm Charlene Dukes, and I have the pleasure of serving as the president of Prince George's Community College. And I want to thank our distinguished guests and friends of the college for joining us and celebrating all of the many contributions that the AOBA Scholarship has created for the institution, and most importantly for the students that it has served since its inception now 20 years ago. Tonight we heard from just a few of our incredible students, and they shared the ways in which AOBA has helped them and how scholarships are so very important as they consider continuing their education. So, you know, we've already had the opportunity to thank the AOBA scholars, the staff who work with the scholars, our donors, Mr. Hillman, Mr. Sokol, the Office of Institutional Advancement. And I think that what's important to note is that we know that AOBA has provided us with almost $1 million to provide to students so that students can continue their education. We know how important it is to bridge the gap financially. It's not just about geographic access to higher education, it's about financial access as well. And scholarships, I believe, are one of the greatest gifts that students can receive. It gives them the ability to chase their dreams of a quality education that will provide them with the benefits of education for the rest of their lives. And you heard one of our panelists, one of our donors, Mr. Hillman, talk about how important education is. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the members of AOBA, because without their unwavering support, we wouldn't be here tonight, again, celebrating just a few of our students, but they represent the many students who have gone through this program over the last 20 years. Bridging the gap, as I've said, in terms of financial access is so important. What we know today is that Pell Grants from the federal government doesn't cover all of the needs that students have. We know that 80% of our students work at least 20 hours a week to help them take care of both their educational and personal needs. But the other thing we know, too, is that it's individuals like Mr. Hillman and Mr. Sokol and the AOBA members that they represent by sitting on the panel who make things work for a key constituency of our students every day. So as we close out the program, I'd like all of us to thank them for their support and their recognition that education counts, it can transform the lives of individuals, and most importantly, it can transform communities. So join me in one final round of applause in thanking Mr. Hillman, Mr. Sokol, Ms. Nelson, Mr. Perry, Ms. Nathan, and Ms. Reed.